let me tell you how it's about to go. Let me show you the towel you're about to throw. This is hip-hop, try to run in our house, we'll knock your ass straight out the door. I'm the enemy's epitome, the fantasy, my tendency to mentally give your career the death penalty. I instantly advise you to match my...
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, Lost Edge TV. We are Ready to MC, and I'm Ray.
And I'm James.
We are on our next matchup of the horror bracket tournament.
Yep, determined who will come down to the final two in the slasher brackets. Who moves on to the Elite Eight? First off, we're gonna go with an all-time classic, Psycho, versus
the all-time classic, Halloween.
Let's get into it, y'all. So we got plots, sequels, freshness. We've already talked about plots for all of these films.
Yep.
Especially with Halloween, there's 11 that we counted. So we're not gonna
go back and review that video.
Yeah, go back and review those videos.
Probably know the story, you know.
So let's just kind of talk. So I think we could both agree the best film out of all of these is the first Psycho. After that, it would be either the first Halloween or the 2018 version, or whichever your preference is.
I think Psycho 2 was a pretty solid sequel.
Yeah.
It wasn't that bad. Problem with people getting into it was the fucking time jump. What was it? Like dead on 20 years later almost?
Yeah. Let's pick 3 Halloween films to kind of go against Psycho right now.
Just not to be a dick. How about Rob Zombie's
First one.
That way we have one from each, you know?
I feel
like the original, the fucking reboot, and then the next reboot.
So if we take those films, all right, all the good, especially the fact if you think about the first Halloween and the first Psycho, both of them had almost nothing for budgets. As I say, if we had the budget they had to make a short film, we would have a lot of fucking money nowadays. But for them to be in Hollywood to have what they had and make the money they made,
it's penny stock, bro.
It's nice. Again, the first Psycho is so good.
Even from a different time era, like fucking black and white pictures.
I was saying, if you take yourself and put yourself back in those days, the plot itself is actually pretty nice. Look at me and tell me, the first time you watched Psycho, you knew that Norman Bates was the killer.
When it comes to black and white films,
you can't get better than Psycho.
You don't. Besides, next up is probably Twilight Zone. Psycho itself is really solid. It has a good story, good characters.
And then 2 and 3 continue on it. It diminishes it from the original. Overall, I feel like it's a solid series. Then you go to Halloween. The first one, a solid take on on Michael Myers. It's not the first slasher film to ever be made.
The take into Halloween was before Nightmare on Elm Street. It was before Scream. It was before Friday the 13th. So we can arguably say that Halloween was the first slasher. You know?
Yeah,
as far as a mask-wielding maniac with a knife.
Yeah.
Not no fucking chainsaw or nothing like that. You know? It made its place, definitely.
And then if we talk about the Rob Zombie one, the first film was not bad. It really wasn't. It's a different take. It's definitely more brutal. And if you like brutal, you would definitely like the first film. The plot's not bad. I mean, there's some they took chances. You know what I mean? In a reboot especially of a popular thing, you have to take chances.
Yep.
It's like Friday the 13th one. The tunnel thing, that's a big chance they took. The backstory on Michael in this one, they took a chance. His mom was a stripper. She's dating a douche. He's just coming from a shitty lifestyle.
He kills fucking animals.
Kills animals. So overall, I would say it's a pretty good film. Then you've got the 2018 film. It had to have been the best film I saw that year. Unless I watched an Avengers movie that year or a Marvel movie, it was the best movie. And I'm sure I watched one in 2018. I'm positive I did. But the horror film, it was definitely the best horror film I watched in 2018.
Definitely. It was,
it's not even close.
It's the best sequel out of the whole fucking franchise.
Yeah,
they blew it out the fucking water.
And like I said, when we did the whole rant and everything about all the films, they literally they just kind of discredited all the films after one,
which was ballsy as well.
It was ballsy as shit, but it was a smart play. Because they capitalized like a motherfucker off of it, and they had you guessing from the because again, I know no one expected him to kill that kid.
No, that's what's saying. This Michael's fucking brutal as fuck. And I also like that they just said fuck the fucking the family line. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, and it's like they combined the original Halloween movie with Rob Zombie's Halloween movie and like capitalize off the best things off of both of them.
Because you had the brutal. I mean, Michael did some brutal fucking killing here, bro.
Like the fucking stab to the motherfucker's
That
throat.
fucking raised goodbye when he fucking took fucking cowbells.
Took that motherfucker's teeth out his mouth. The whole scene with the fucking in the like mechanic shop, like the dead bodies everywhere, like you could tell he probably beat the fucking shit out of him.
Face stomped that motherfucker.
Exactly. Pound for pound, the 3 that we picked, the 3 for here, I'm gonna go Halloween.
I absolutely agree with you. I would pick Psycho over the entire Halloween franchise, but if you're picking these 3 films, even if you discredit 2018 of Halloween, I'd probably still pick Psycho. But because of the success and just it's fucking beautiful the way they did Halloween 2018. Like it's hard to pick any horror sequel that's almost subpar to that, bro. Going off of just them 3 films, if we're gonna go 3 against 3, I know my answer. 1, 2, 3. Halloween. I predicted this.
Yeah. Okay. And it's solely because of like the time that they had, the time that they were in. And Hitchcock is so masterful with like what he did. And like I said, overall we have to count the entire franchise because that's the thing. You know what I mean?
Well, if we're doing that, then I'm picking Psycho.
Okay. So because like we have to credit all of it.
Let me try to sway you. With Psycho, you have a phenomenal film, right, and a great story. What you have to realize is your script is your fucking blueprint. I mean, it's no different than a house. If you have a shitty blueprint, you're gonna have a shitty house. Okay. The second one, it was pretty good. If I'm ranking like A, B, C, I'd probably go like a low B for the second one. The third one is probably a very low C. I know we didn't count the fourth one, but the fourth one just fucking sucked, bro.
Yeah, I got you. And like I say, if we counted them all, and especially if we counted like the remake with Vince Vaughn, it would definitely just destroy this shit.
And my rant on Psycho is that they really didn't do absolutely nothing new with the fucking franchise. You still have Norman Bates at the hotel, and that's it for every single movie with just new victims.
I got you.
At least with Halloween, they explore family ties and shit like that.
I got you. I'm still gonna go with Psycho just for plots alone.
Because Halloween has, if we're just talking about sequels, it has fucking shitty sequels, whereas Psycho has probably just one, which is probably still better than the worst fucking sequel here.
Exactly.
So, Psycho takes the first point.
All right, Psycho takes the first one.
Next up,
Box office.
box office.
All right, so like again, we're going into Psycho, and again, we only counted the first 3, and that was because at first our original idea was to do just like match them for like the films for film. Realized that wasn't a good idea, but by the time we realized that wasn't an idea, we forgot all about it. We'd already gotten through most of the rest of it, and there's no reason to go back. With what we have, the first one made the most money at $50 million. On a budget of less than $1 million, that's damn good. The third one only made $14 million. Almost doubled the budget, which really isn't good in horror films.
Nope.
Or in films in general. So, you average it all out, they only come to $85.3 million.
Which, if accounting the whole entire franchise, the lowest in the franchise is Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers, at only $11.6 million. The highest being the phenomenal Halloween 2018 at $255.5 million.
Which, that alone beats all of Psycho, even if we added in the other ones.
But you add everything up, you get about $541.5 million. Also, Psycho, we only counted 3 films. Here, we're counting, a fucking 11 films for Halloween? But still, with 2018, it would...
Like I said, even if we counted 4 or 5 and like the remake with Vince Vaughn, they would not touch even 2018 one.
Next up is...
Critical.
And audience scores. The lowest in the franchise being Halloween 8, Halloween Resurrection, at 1.9 out of 10, which is a fucking bomb.
That's awful.
But the highest, being the original Halloween, is 8.69 out of 10. You average all of these films together, you get about 4.67 out of 10, which is slightly below it.
And again, even with some of the worst films in these Halloween ones, I'd still think this is above average at least.
At least give it fucking halfway, dude.
That's what I'm saying.
Like you have Halloween 1 Halloween 2, Halloween 4, Halloween 7, fucking 2018.
And notice he didn't say 6, because again, he actually likes 6.
I like 6. Like,
But
I wouldn't put it probably in my top 3 or 5, but I have a soft spot for that shit. It was like they brought back Michael as he was fucking brutal as fuck. The mask didn't look that bad. I mean, the score was pretty nice in the producer's cut.
Then we get into the Psycho films. The lowest one we have here is 3 at 5.2. It's respectable. Highest one we got, which is, I think this was the highest critic score we got. If not, it was like second. It's up there. 9.19 out of 10. Which again, for horror films, that's damn near a perfect film. In films in general, I don't want to talk about horror. In films in general, if you get a 9 out of 10,
You good, bro.
you made a good movie.
You made it.
You average all that out, we get 6.55 out of 10, which means Psycho takes that part, but we still have the audience score.
So Halloween franchise, the audience scores. What did the fans like? What did they not like?
Which, going by the audience scores, they didn't like the Halloween franchise.
They contradict my belief of Halloween 6 being the worst one, which I don't agree with at all. If I had to pick, it'd probably be fucking 3. But
And again, we argued about it. It's an anthology, but it has the name on it. It's technically in the Halloween franchise, and it's shit.
it's
But
fucking garbage.
the fans apparently liked it way more than I like 6.
But nonetheless, you get only about 9% on that one. But the highest being the original at a whopping 96 percentile. You average all that out, you get only 37.2%.
Because there's a lot of them that didn't even get 15%.
Which is so fucking disappointing.
Yeah. Now, Psycho,
It is what it is.
the highest, also was 96% in the first Psycho film, which is pretty dope.
Oh, so they're tied.
They're tied. That's pretty dope. Lowest, 58% in 3. You average it all out, 71%.
So,
Psycho
takes the
goes
point.
up 2-1 on Halloween, which I would have not expected. But here's where Halloween evens it out, because we're going to kills. And
Let's not front about this. Let's not front about it.
I'm not going to front you at all. I'm going to tell you, look, there are some really iconic kills in Psycho. Mm-hmm. There are some decent and nice kills, just like regular average kills. We really don't even have to go into it like too deep, because if we just pick one Halloween film, one of them has more and better kills than the entire Psycho films that we have.
Yep.
Like I said, again, the dude on the stairs was falling down was really dope. The shower scene kill, amazing.
Wait.
Exactly. You know the scene. And then, but like 2018, like he goes insane with some of them kills. Mm-hmm. I mean,
like even if you take it back to 1978, which is fucking what? It was over 40 years ago.
Yeah.
You have the classic fucking Bob kill when he fucking stabs him with a knife. He's fucking hanging there with a
Exactly.
fucking kitchen knife. Halloween 2, fucking he takes that fucking nurse's head in that fucking, it was like a boiler room.
Oh yeah, like the
For like the physical therapy or whatever fucking shit.
Yeah, I know
and it
something.
melts the fucking bitch's face off.
Yeah.
While his hand's in there. No fucks given.
No, and
know?
Rob Zombie. Like I said, there's a scene where he was in that in the prison with the Danny Trejo on. He ran through everybody in that motherfucking prison. Like a lot of the kills that he did, like, it was super brutal. Like, my favorite from the Rob Zombie one was as a kid when that dude was bullying him and he beat the fuck out of him with a stick, and it was.
Yeah.
Again, if you bully me and then I start beating the shit out of you, do not ask me to stop. I'm not going to.
I'm so sorry.
No, you shouldn't have done it, bro. You pushed someone so far. It doesn't matter.
Halloween has at least like some really good kills in each film. That it has that at least, even if it's a fucking shit film. Like number 4, Michael Myers puts his fucking thumb to that paramedic's head with his fucking amount of strength. Halloween 6, you got Jamie Lloyd's death, you know?
Oh yeah.
In the fucking barn where he fucking picks her up and impales on our fucking farm equipment. But that's not enough. You know, he fakes like, hey, you know, I'm gonna fucking help you. Nope. Pushes the bitch down, then turns the machine on.
What's that? We don't even have to go deep into like all the different films, because
I just want to mention those because we didn't get to it on the last round.
we didn't, and that's because like we wanted to hold off because we didn't get that far. You know what I mean? Like,
We did the same with Scream.
yeah, don't get me wrong. Like I said, Psycho has some classic kills, but they were so limited by the time that they were in. There was no chance they had. So Halloween takes the kills.
Halloween will take it.
And we didn't even talk about every kill in Halloween.
So, it's down to
Fearfulness.
the Nutter Butters, my friend.
All right.
Fearfulness.
So on one side you got a man who is deranged, who believes his mom is telling him to kill people in this motel, versus Michael Myers, who's in a way also deranged.
Who killed his sister when he was 6 years old. Nobody knows why. Fucking went mute the rest of his fucking life. Went to a fucking asylum, escaped the asylum, continued on fucking killing. Michael's super fucking tough.
Yeah.
He can take fucking shots, stabbings. I wouldn't say he's on like par with Jason in that level, but he's fucking damn close.
And when it comes down to it, which one would we be more scared of? And it's not a hard decision.
No, it's not hard.
It's not. It's Michael.
It's Michael Myers.
Because I mean, like
Norman Bates, yeah,
I would be terrified if Norman Bates was chasing me around in that fucking motel.
Dressed as his mama.
100%, I would be terrified. If it comes down to combat, I'm pretty sure I could beat him. I don't think I could beat Michael. Which means that Michael Myers takes it in a 3-2.
Halloween's moving on to the next round.
Halloween moves on to the Elite Eight to face the winner of Child's Play and Scream. And I'm excited. I expected Halloween or Friday to make it to the Final Eight.
Absolutely.
Just because like those were our favorites. Tell us what you thought. Tell us why you think Psycho should have won it if we did. Tell us if we should go back and redo it and put the Psycho 4 and 5 in there, even the remake. Let us know what you think about it. If you've got some type of bracket system like we've been talking about, let us know where you're at. Tell us how bad we've screwed you over because of some of our picks. But until next time, y'all. Deuce.
Adios.
On the couch like damn, what a slam. Bring us back to your crotches. My crew just might roll on you like